Hello everyone, welcome to The Monopolistic Investor. This isn't financial advice. Please always consult with a financial advisor before taking financial decisions. Today, on The Monopolistic Investor, we'll be taking a look at what's currently happening with tariffs. As we have seen, Trump dramatically increased the tariffs on China. We also have other things. For example, MDLZ is investing 80 millions in a facility in Switzerland. So we'll be taking a look how that impacts me as a MDLZ shareholder, and also my views on it, as well as we'll be checking out my portfolio to see how it's getting on with the current situation. Okay. So let's start off with the tariffs that Trump is putting on China. Here we can see on Reuters, President Donald Trump's trade war rattled global markets anew on Thursday as stocks and oil prices sank, amid fears China may once again respond in kind with higher tariffs to match the imposed levies imposed by the United States. But then Donald Trump came out with an announcement that he's cancelling tariffs for 90 days. So I think that Bill Ackman, who was an advocate for that, I think he talked him into it. Some people with more leveled approach came in to Trump and probably told him to just keep it a bit slower. Well, of course, investors aren't certain at all. There is some level of certainty, but not a lot. And we can see that from the volatility of the stocks. Some people think that Trump may have taken advantage of the situation by telling people to invest just some time before he announced this pausing of the tariffs, So was there some kind of stock market manipulation? We don't know. But it's not the time, at least for me, to be looking at this. For me, what is important is the economy. So I do think that this situation is a good one for the market, and the market is reacting very positively as a result of that. We can see, let me just bring up where is it? Dashboard. Okay. If we look at the monthly chart of the S&P 500, we can see the dip where Donald Trump announced it, some trading around, and now it went up a little bit as well and leveling out. So we can see that the market is positively reacting to those news. I like it, whereas I would rather that the market didn't go so up, because, I was looking at Uber recently, I must tell you. I was looking at Uber, where is it? And I must tell you that it got a bit cheap here, $59. That's a great deal. For me, Uber is a buy. And, unfortunately it went up. But is it like... such a bad thing to buy it now? I don't think so, but I wanted to buy it here, but of course I didn't have the money right then, and right now I also don't have so much, but I will try to invest something soon. other than this company, I think ASML is still a good deal. It's trading around, but last month it's still down, so I think you are better with this company. InPost, a company I'm looking at, it's still trading downwards. So for some reason, I don't know. I read their earnings call. It was quite positive, so I don't know why investors are saying this stock down. Probably due to the uncertainty, but we'll see. Okay, so now we have this Donald Trump announcement behind us. Let's go and look at the big news of the day, which is MDLZ. MDLZ has announced a significant investment of approximately 65 million Swiss francs. So that is around around $80 million in its Toblerone manufacturing facility in Switzerland. With this investment, the company is creating a global center of excellence for Toblerone in Bern, Switzerland, from where the brand and chocolate expertise is exported all over the world. So we can see that they are taking the steps to expand their chocolate factory in Switzerland. And for those of you who don't know how Toblerone it looks like this. It's this triangle-shaped chocolate. As we can see from this infographic, it's over 100 years old, so 117 to be exact. It's the leading chocolate brand in travel retail because it's so well known. Many people know this mountain. This is Matterhorn. It's from Switzerland. You can see this bear here. And it's enjoyed in 100 plus countries, so I think it's due to this unique shape. It's well known, and it was founded in 1908. So right now, when I'm looking at this article here, they are saying that right now 90% of its products are that have the Toblerone trademark are produced in Switzerland. Some of the other ones, so I think it was in Bratislava in Slovenia, they are produced there in another country. And so MDLZ plans to put this emblem on their chocolate packaging to represent that those ones are made in Switzerland. And this is what their factory looks like right now, where the chocolates are being made. So really positive news in my opinion. Because of that, we have MDLZ trading a little bit around. Investors might not be a little bit certain about the current situation, but you can see from the pre-market they are probably happy about it, but I don't know. But all I can tell you is that MDLZ is a number 2 brand in terms of chocolate. If we look over here to my tool that will analyze it. This is available as part of my Substack paid membership. So what we have here is a discounted cash flow model and an AI analysis of MDLZ. What we have here is their discounted cash flow valuation. I will add more models to this soon. I think next week is when they will be sent out. What I'm trying to say here is that MDLZ is currently undervalued. Given accounting for a very small revenue growth rate, this company is a buy, They have special ways of dealing with high cocoa prices, and many investors are worried about their situation because of the uncertainty that is around coca prices. Well, I listened to their earnings report, I read it, I highlighted some things, and I must tell you that they have plans to either they will pass on the cost to the consumer, or if the prices of the coca will stay the same, their prices of goods will stay the same because they want to have more people. But chocolate is a really good thing. People love chocolate. I myself also. So I like this company a lot. I unfortunately can't eat all of their products, but I like to eat a few Oreos now and then. So every time someone buys a packet of Oreos or Milka, I'm really happy. And also they own Cadbury, so if you buy Cadbury, you can think, Anthony earns some money, and if I buy into Mondelez, I will also earn some. Well, we'll see. It's not a guarantee. What my AI is telling me is that Mondelez International is a snack foods company that focuses on international brands like Kraft Plus, Frito-Lay and Danone. Well, I think it's a bit of a mistake here. They don't own these companies. They maybe compete with them. That's what maybe this AI is trying to say. It's saying that negative sentiment around coca prices, but in innovation it's positive because they have their they are expanding very much in terms of technology, and this burner facility will have automation. Also in Poland, my home country, they are expanding a new facility, I think for 71 million zlotys, which will focus on automation, and it will add 60 workplaces to the employees in Poland. So Mondelez is investing in artificial intelligence as well. They aren't staying in one place. They are trying to expand their products, and they're trying to market right now their products. You can see their advertisements for Milka everywhere, basically on every bus stop in Poland. Well, at least where I live, I can see Milka chocolate. Well, so that's a good thing for me as an investor. Also, we have Intuit. Intuit is this tax company which makes software for businesses and consumers as well. And we can see that Intuit further simplifies tax preparations for millions of TurboTax customers. This tax season with Google Cloud AI. So they have a partnership with Google Cloud, really great. What do we have here? Yes, so with Google Cloud's generative AI capabilities, Intuit is expanding a done-for-you autofill of tax returns for the 10 most common US tax forms, which can vary significantly in complexity, saving time and boosting accuracy. And we can see that their focus is on making a really specific niche in terms of AI, not a general LLM. They are focused on making a specific use of the AI, and this is a company that will win. I'm telling you. The same with Duolingo. Duolingo has this video call optionality for its super users, and that means that it's a specific use of the AI which isn't so easy to replicate, and that is what makes part of a company's mode. And they are also saying that investors in stocks, bonds and crypto and benefiting from those automated data extractions. And many people are saying that the IRS might be a competitor to them with free software. Well, free software already exists, and guess what? Intuit is better because it's more convenient. You can just take a picture of your receipt and have it all in your business recorded. So I'm not surprised many people are using this company. You also have Google slashing down business software prices for US federal agencies. So pricing will be based on the volume of the entire government rather than the lower discounts previously available to separate agreements on an agency to agency basis. This is all parts of Elon Musk Doge's government reform team. And they are working on making the government more efficient. So I like the fact that Google is trying to collaborate with any government, and that is a positive aspect. Even here in Poland, currently we have a government with whom I don't agree with, as they aren't the most educated financially people, but nevertheless we have to live with people who may not be the greatest leaders. I'm not saying about Donald Trump, I'm saying about my country, Poland. And just have to thrive in this environment. It makes it more challenging, but then you come out stronger. Whereas in the US, well, you have this uncertainty around tariffs, so that's one element which can make those companies emerge as stronger ones. So we have looked at those companies. Now let's check out my portfolio and how it has been impacted by the tariffs. As you can see, over the past 3 months, I'm a little bit down, I must tell you. My recent acquisition of Adobe shares for 40 euros, well, now it's in the red again. Just some time ago I was positive. This is what a 1 week chart looks like. I was negative. Then I went even lower. It's because of this tariffs introduction, I think. And then upwards because of Trump pausing tariffs. I think this is this and this as well. How my individual holdings have been holding up, that wasn't intentional. Altria, the company behind cigarettes, is doing pretty fine. Although recently it went, well, a little bit wonky last week, but I have no idea. It's a defensive company. People will always smoke litter and drink Coca-Cola, so I think this is a good bet. They own a monopoly in the US with its Philip Morris division. I do think that ASML is still a buy at these levels. I mean, over the past month it's still down. Although it reached even lower amounts, $572. My discounted cash flow analysis, you can see it here, using a revenue growth rate of 4%, we can see it's still undervalued. But if we take a look at their revenues and how they look like, they're steadily climbing upwards. It may be a bit lumpy over time, but as the demand for even better chips expand and newer technologies come out, ASML will still need to be here. People will still buy from them. Let me just bring up the ASML's recent financials. You can see on a quarterly basis it's going upwards. On an annual basis, well, you see those revenue growth rates between 2 to 30%. So let's just assume something that over the trailing 12 months, this makes it way more smoother, this chart. So we see tremendous growth rates here and slower here. It's due to the backlog of their clients shrinking and going like that. So let's just apply a 4% and we get this. If we make it double, we get to 1081. Put it to 10 and we get to 1249. So I guess this company is a great company to buy. I don't agree with this opinion, but that's only my opinion. That's also by my AI. You can access it here. So that was ASML. Let's look at Uber. Uber is a company with huge networks effects. It's collaborating with Waymo, the only company which is showing tremendous scale of their autonomous vehicle operations, which is a subsidiary of Google, by the way. And people don't take Uber into consideration always as the winner. But they are, because they have a gigantic platform of 160 million users. 160 million users. And Elon Musk's Tesla has 0 paid rides. So I believe Uber is a great company to buy, mostly because of the valuation. It's low. Look, Uber has revenue growth rates of 20%, and they became profitable just some time ago. Let's look at their free cash flow. You can see it's positive now. That's cash which is used for the business, and thus I entered into them. I waited until they were profitable, and they are now. And look, they are trading at a huge discount. It would be a sin not to invest. Well, it's only my opinion, of course. But I really like this company. I think they are beneficiary of AI and not going to suffer. Starbucks is down. Some people think that it's not a defensive company. Well, with Brian Nichols' arrival to Starbucks, we'll find out later. MDLZ is my very small position, but I plan to expand it over the next few months maybe. Well, but I'm not always focused on buying every company. I'm planning to buy the best deals possible right now, and it may be a discounted, but I'm planning not to buy it right now. Okay, that's all for this one. Thank you very much and see you later. Goodbye.